So when you came in, who called you in and what was the assignment given to you?
The guys went on a rampage. They went and shot 101 businessmen in 1 year. That means every 3 days, 3.5 days, one businessman either in the office or in a car or anywhere was shot dead point blank. I don't think it is law and order. It is collapse of law and order. Now add to the masala is that 5, 6, 7 ruling party MLAs and others were shot dead. For example, Vivek Kelkar, Ramdas Naik, so many such people who are part of BJP. And Shiv Sena leaders were shot dead. And who shot them dead? Our Arun Gavli, Amar Naik and various others, whoever shot them dead. It happened.
Why?
Now,
because of extortion?
because of extortion and money involvement and various things like that, madam. Now, I want to add a small little background. Who was in the ruling party? That is the 95-99 first coalition government ever in Maharashtra by BJP Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena was on more number of seats and BJP had less. And Manohar Joshi Sahib was the CM. Very educated. He was called Sir, Professor and all that.
Mild-mannered.
Mild-mannered, nice person, madam. And then Mr. Gopinath Mundi. He was the deputy CM and he gave me a complete chit. You just do whatever it is. Okay. I also must put it to their credit. Never ever again once they ever called. Neither Mr. Bal Thackeray or his family or the CM or any time they never called. It was like a baby with the bathwater kind of a scene. You are planted, now do whatever you like. That is the brief. No brief was given to do. They expected that I will do the cleanup. And then I joined, let us say on 1st July and 6 months in 90,
as a crime branch head.
As a crime branch head. But I must also tell you, I had a complete knowledge of this whole Mumbai police and function because 93, 94, 95, I returned from IB, worked for 6 years in IB here only. So I was watching all the thing. For example, 93 Blast. I watched it from the very close quarters. That was done by Dawood Ibrahim. If you ask me, I will describe later. And so I knew the policeman. Earlier, I had worked as an immigration chief, DCP special branch too. So these are the foundations for me. Additional CP crime, that is the time when the Bombay bomb blast was being investigated by Mr. Eminent Singh. He was a joint CP and was his deputy. I was number 2 there. So I knew all these things.
I interviewed him in his office. Yeah. And he showed me at that time, all these buildings in front of the thing was owned by Dawood. Correct. Right in front of all the commissioners' office, the buildings were owned by Dawood. And he purposely bought all that just to show that I am surrounding you. He used to own the chawls, he used to own the buildings, he used to own everything there.
It didn't matter, madam. Once when you get hold of someone who doesn't care a damn. For example, if I don't care whose building is this, I do my job. We neutralize the complete Dawood Ibrahim gang, which is the story in this book. That is the Brahmastra. Okay. Now, coming back to this story, the politicians were shaken up. Some of the top chaps or their family people were also threatened with whatever action and money and things like that. So the politicians had the dilemma that the kind of guys whom they developed or they supported would become cobras surrounding them and threatening them. For example, this Arun Gavli and Amar Naik was all supported by the top political parties and political families.
Because he was fighting against Dawood, that split had happened.
That was more on the religious lines and the alternative and all that. Okay, tumhara agar hai to hamara bhi koi hona chahiye. That is the kind of attitude. But then when they started threatening the very people who protected, that became untenable for them. So they brought somebody who was...
So you create monsters and those monsters try to gobble you up.
Like your Bindranwale, madam. Like your various other examples in the country you can take. So, okay. Now, coming back to this story, I was additional CP crime and I was sent to Nagpur region to fight the Naxal area. So, my IB tactics and CBI work and all helped me in all these things. So, that strategy was totally different. I did 3 years there. So, that is the time this 97 incident took place, 98, July 1st. I was told by Mr. Manohar Joshi, who had come for a tour there to Chandrapur. And he told me, I'm taking you in a very important assignment. You must come and do the job. I said, okay, sir. Then orders came, I came and all that. I was DIG there. I was promoted as Joint Commissioner, which is IG's rank. I came here. But the scenario, the background, the shootouts were in hundreds earlier, Mahesh Dolakia here, all these places, those people who owned those bars, dance bars. Dance bars were a big thing, 75,000 women dancing and money. And the gangsterism was a vintage, you said. No, if you ask me later, I'll go and elaborate on that. So they were rolling in money, and then they had unlimited access to the judicial system, the appointment of lawyers and various things like that. Most of them,
judicial system?
99% of their cases are acquitted. Only in the latest case, this Johnson Decker murder, our Arun Gavli spent 17 years. Chota Rajan, all the cases are acquitted.
So how were they able to do this? Were they threatening the judiciary?
It is no threatening. Come on. They can't threaten there. But they can be friendly, they can be nice, they can appoint top-class lawyers. If I cite the names of the lawyers who are defending them, you will be astonished. Top chaps who are charging money like anything. So that kind of lawyers appeared. Then again, the tactics they adopted. For example, prolong an important case for 20 years. Salman case, it was prolonged for 18 to 20 years, the driving case, the driverless wonder, that car which drove by itself. It took 20 years. That constable who was there in the front seat, he vanished. Vanished means he went away, went up. So that kind of a tactics when they adopt, the judicial, you see, judge is a judge who is not threatened. He looks at evidence, whatever comes in front of him. For example, this acquittal of this train blast recently, 2006, or Malegaon, these are all examples of how you marshal evidence.
But Malegaon is a completely different case. I mean, I don't want to go into Malegaon because that's a story in itself.
I'm not talking about Malegaon because I'm nowhere involved with that.
Yeah, so that's a very...
I gave this example that when you prolong a matter,
correct,
the witnesses turn turtle, they get afraid, threatened, whatever it is.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.